been interested in making music, and I've done little bits here and there. Well, ever since I was little I wanted to sing. I joined the choir. I mean, I don't come from a religious background whatsoever, but I joined the choir in the local church simply for the fact that I loved singing. The first day of school I got on the table and sang Land of Hope and Glory. I don't know why I particularly chose that song, but I think maybe it's because it had some sort of compelling majesty behind it or something. I've been playing acoustic guitar since I was 14. I'm not particularly brilliant, but I could hold rhythm and sing on top of it, so that's kind of a whole package. It's easy to pick up a guitar and, you know, play guitar for 5 or 10 minutes. That's really accessible. It's just something you can just do it as and when. It's very hard to believe in yourself, and that's something I've certainly struggled with all my life. And it's only really now I'm getting a solid foundation of knowing myself and feeling confident in myself and knowing my own strengths. My typical day would be to get kids ready for school, walk my son through Moor Gardens down to school, come back, have a nice slow stroll through Moor Gardens because it's so beautiful, especially this time of year. Come home, do a bit of housework, go and get a bit of shopping for dinner. Then I make time for my music. My music is really very eclectic. I think in some ways it is an escape, but in some ways it's absolute facing up to things because you're working through your feelings, and more often than not, the way that the feelings are expressed in the music, you couldn't have put them more succinctly if you'd have sat down with a counsellor and spoken to them for 2 hours. And I don't necessarily think that that is a creative or positive thing. If you look through my record collection, I've got everything from Small Faces, Kinks. I've got Noel Coward Live in Las Vegas in there, which is absolutely fantastic. I think he was one of the earliest MCs, because if you listen to some of the tracks on the album, the way he delivers his words is almost the way in which a drum and bass MC would deliver their lyrics.
1, 1, 2. From the West End to the East End. We love you.
I was brought up with a lot of, you know, funk and rock. I've still got rock roots really. All my kids are into rock and metal anyway, so it's mainly a metal household here. My eldest son is doing music at college, and he is a hot guitarist. He really has come on a long way since he first really picked up the guitar and started to take it seriously. My son Lewis has started making dubstep tunes with his version of Fruity Loops. So he's definitely got an interest in dance music. My youngest son has actually provided sound bites on a couple of tunes.
Cool. Polonium pepper.
My second youngest son is he's really into Muse, and he likes playing around with the bass guitar. We've got a bass guitar in the house that's kind of the family bass guitar, and he's always kind of wants it to actually be his, and I'm just trying to encourage him by saying, you know, if you practice enough and I can see you making progress, then you can have the guitar. So, but yeah, they all love music, and they're all quite tolerant of my music as well.
It's alright.
Yeah, it smells good.
Oh, thank you, Liz.
I love her music. It's better than...
What did you say? Say that again to camera.
Better than Pendulum.
It's probably a bit embarrassing to them, for them to say, oh, my mum's a DJ, but you know, they're cool. You know, they're cool about it. I got rid of our telly about 6 years ago. I got fed up with it being on, and nobody was watching it. I got fed up with people, the children, arguing over what they were going to watch, and one day I said to the kids, right, we did without a telly for periods of time when I was growing up, and we didn't miss it. So I said to the kids, well, basically I'm getting rid of the telly, I can't afford the licence, and I think there's a lot better things to do than sit around watching that all the time. I also got kind of really pissed off about the whole psychology behind the advertising. A conscious adult can see right through that. It's designed to manipulate children's minds. The kids complained for maybe a month or so, and after that they just didn't miss it. And I noticed a big change in their general behaviour. And obviously, as 4 boys, there's a lot of male energy in the household, and it could get quite fraught from time to time, you know, sort of sibling rivalry and that kind of thing. I noticed there was more communication between them. There was more creativity, there was more drawing and painting going on and making things. I found it was very important for me to find something, a creative outlet, to keep me sane. Because wonderful though my children are, any children can just drive you mad, and it is a big responsibility, and it does kicks you up the arse because you have to grow up yourself. My advice to anybody who would like to get into music, whatever age you are, whatever your situation, is to start off, pad and pen, write down any little lyrics that come into your head, anything that makes you laugh throughout the day that might inspire you later on. Write everything down. And then when you do have some time to yourself or quiet time, is just to expand on those ideas. Even if you just go to a boot sale and just get yourself a little cheap acoustic guitar like I did, just for the kids to play around with. You know, if you've got lemons, make lemonade, kind of thing, you know. Bucklemunki is a term that we coined, me and my friends coined, for a situation where you're with your friends and you're having a great time, and then one of your friends says the ultimate in funny things, and it just makes your knees collapse, it just makes your knees buckle, and you fall to the ground and you can't breathe, and you go like this. And that person who made you laugh to the point where your knees buckled, they're the Bucklemunki. This is a Bucklemunki. So it's all about having a laugh, really.